Hey, this is Russell from fluentforlife.com, and in this video I'm going to tell you a curious legend, a story told since time immemorial. But first, let me ask you some questions. Do you lack the motivation to learn? Have you ever procrastinated and thought to yourself, well, tomorrow is probably a better day to get things done? Have you ever felt like not learning and revising your vocabulary? Do you slack off when it comes to learning? And as a teacher, personal trainer, and language and NLP coach, I see the results of these behaviors very frequently with my learners. If you do not take action right now, you might never pull off your language learning dream. And you will never know what you're missing out on. I do know what you're missing out on. Languages connect us on an extremely deep level and enable us to see things from a whole new perspective. Languages bring us together, break down barriers, and can make us feel at home anywhere. I have extensively traveled and lived in different countries that enriched me to an indescribable extent at a personal, educational, spiritual, and even romantic level. Achieving fluency in another language broadens your horizon, expands your mind, and stretches your comfort zone to new dimensions you might not have thought possible. Language learning is pure magic to me. That being said, I understand where you're coming from when you feel demotivated or you just don't feel like making the effort. I struggled myself with learning languages. In June 2012, I'm at school looking at the exam paper and absorbing the text that I had to translate into Spanish within 2 hours. A week later, I got my results and I failed. I had one more chance to resit this exam in August. And for the next 2 months, I pull off the unthinkable. I wake up every day at 5 a.m. I don't feel like waking up, but I count from 5 to 1 backward and I start my day reading foreign language papers, magazines, grammar books. I learn synonyms, prepositions, verb tenses. I revise vocabulary, and I do hours and hours of work to absorb everything I can. And this for 2 months straight. Do I feel like making this effort? No. Is failing and not graduating an option? No. So I swallow my pride, my excuses, and get down to work every single day. If I hadn't pushed myself at that time, I wouldn't be standing here and I would have probably lost hope a long time ago. And it's sad to see that millions of people slack off or procrastinate their language learning dreams just because they don't feel motivated. You can wait until motivation knocks on your door and takes you on a ride, but it won't. Motivation doesn't knock on doors and doesn't wait for you to feel good or feel ready for something. And as a matter of fact, it never feels good to start something new, to do something difficult or challenging, because our human brain is not wired to do so. It's very logical. Your brain prefers to keep you safe, and it will always take the easy way out. You only find the motivation to do something if the effort that you have to make is very small and if you get instant results. Or if the pain that you would suffer from not doing something is bigger than the pleasure. For example, if you don't eat, you will starve to death. That's how you get motivated, right? You will go and eat because you don't want to die. So I argue that motivation is a widespread myth, a heroic legend that has gotten us mesmerized since time immemorial, but that is not real. Do you want to feel more motivated? Forget motivation and start kicking yourself in the butt. Do you want to learn hands-on, powerful tools to do so? Then check out the first free module of my Motivation Masterclass and start acting upon your fluency dream. Act, set your goals, and achieve your goals. And I'll see you in my Motivation Masterclass.